Society has been measuring intelligence all wrong. While IQ tests measure processing speed and logical reasoning, they miss entirely the unique cognitive abilities that give INFJs their edge in the world. Your INFJ mind possesses 5 intellectual superpowers that most people will never develop. Remember when you instinctively understood someone's hidden feelings before they spoke? That's just one glimpse of these abilities. These superpowers give you profound advantages in relationships, leadership, and innovation. By the end of this video, you'll finally understand why you've always felt like your brain works differently, because it does. Before we start, please hit the like button, comment, and subscribe so you won't miss any of our weekly deep dives into the world of personality types. And if you are looking to achieve a deeper understanding of yourself and your personality type, click the link in the comments to take our favorite free personality test. Number 1. The pattern recognition advantage. Have you ever found yourself connecting dots that no one else even sees? That's the INFJ pattern recognition advantage at work. While the average person processes information sequentially, looking at events A, then B, then C, INFJs are simultaneously mapping the relationship between all three and anticipating D through Z. This represents a fundamentally different cognitive approach. The magic happens because of introverted intuition, the dominant cognitive function in INFJs. It operates like a sophisticated background algorithm, constantly processing information even when you're not actively trying to solve a problem. That's why INFJs experience those famous aha moments that seem to come from nowhere. Your brain has been quietly working on the puzzle all along. Society places enormous value on quick thinking and concrete reasoning. Show your work is the mantra from elementary school through professional life. But for INFJs, showing the work is nearly impossible because your conclusions don't arrive through sequential steps. You're simultaneously processing dozens of subtle variables, the slight change in someone's tone, inconsistencies in their story over time, nonverbal cues, and synthesizing them into accurate insights. Your brain tracks countless variables without conscious effort, creating a predictive model across domains. An INFJ might apply lessons from nature to personal relationships, then transfer those insights to economic systems, connecting seemingly unrelated fields through underlying pattern similarities. This exceptional pattern recognition ability forms the foundation for another INFJ strength we'll explore next. Number 2. Emotional intelligence as strategic insight. That same pattern-seeking mind now reveals its most fascinating application: decoding the emotional landscape. When an INFJ walks into a room, they instantly construct a detailed emotional history and project its future trajectory. Their mind functions like an advanced radar system, capturing emotional signals others miss entirely, providing access to everyone's emotional GPS data rather than just their current location. INFJs process emotions as strategic intelligence. While most people experience feelings like anxiety or excitement as personal states, INFJs simultaneously experience them, categorize them within larger patterns, and extract actionable insights, all without conscious effort. The modern workplace divides hard skills from emotional intelligence, treating the latter as supplementary. But INFJs instinctively understand what neuroscience confirms. Emotions are the primary drivers behind nearly every choice we make. A recent Stanford study found that 87% of executives who believed they made purely rational decisions consistently followed predictable emotional patterns they simply lacked awareness of. This ability operates across time dimensions. An INFJ unconsciously archives emotional responses from every interaction, creating a comprehensive emotional database. This temporal tracking explains their uncanny ability to anticipate reactions before you've processed information yourself. They've mapped the emotional algorithm driving your behavior, while others see only isolated moments. This creates a profound advantage in relationships and organizational settings. The INFJ detects building resentment in teammates weeks before eruptions in meetings. They notice subtle shifts in a friend's emotional energy, signaling coming life changes. What appears to others as sudden emotional developments were broadcasting clear signals all along, signals only the INFJ's pattern recognition system successfully interprets. Number 3. The long game intelligence. Beyond their emotional pattern recognition, INFJs possess something even more powerful: the ability to naturally process time differently than most people. While most view life as a series of present moments requiring immediate decisions, INFJs automatically perceive time as continuous streams flowing toward inevitable destinations. This temporal perspective is a distinct form of intelligence that our short-term focused society rarely values until years later. The INFJ's mind functions like a chess grandmaster, thinking 10 moves ahead while everyone else plays checkers. When considering a job opportunity, an INFJ evaluates beyond salary and immediate benefits. They run complex simulations. How will this role evolve over the next decade? Will this company's values still align with mine as it grows? If I develop these specific skills now, what unique position will that create for me in 5 years? This explains why an INFJ might decline a prestigious, high-paying position that friends and family consider crazy to pass up. This long-game intelligence creates significant friction in modern environments, obsessed with quarterly targets and immediate gratification. While most people focus on immediate outcomes and quick wins, INFJs calculate probabilities across extended timelines. They track how today's small decisions create tomorrow's inescapable realities. In personal relationships, an INFJ might end a seemingly perfect partnership because they recognize fundamental incompatibilities that will become problematic years later. What appears as overthinking to others is temporal intelligence at work. The INFJ who declines the corporate ladder climb to pursue a seemingly impractical creative career often discovers 10 years later that they've built something uniquely valuable while former colleagues face industry obsolescence. Decisions that once appeared questionable to others are vindicated as prescient choices made by someone who could see beyond immediate horizons. Number 4. Meaning making as an intellectual edge. This foresight isn't just about predicting outcomes. It's rooted in how INFJs transform information into something profound. When presented with the same data as everyone else, an INFJ's mind automatically searches for more profound significance rather than accepting information at face value. This meaning-making intelligence represents perhaps their most potent intellectual advantage in a world drowning in information but starving for actual understanding. We're trained to memorize facts, follow procedures, and apply formulas in educational settings. Teachers reward students who can quickly regurgitate information on tests or follow established problem-solving methods. But for INFJs, this approach feels hollow. They instinctively need to understand the underlying principles, the why behind the what, before they can effectively engage with new knowledge. This initially slows their learning process, making them appear less quick than their peers who readily absorb and apply information without questioning its significance. Beneath the surface, INFJs automatically contextualize new information within their existing conceptual frameworks. Consider how an INFJ might approach the American Civil War, where others memorize battles and dates, map connections to human rights movements, and draw parallels to modern social conflicts. As Einstein once noted, the value of education is not the learning of many facts, but the training of the mind to think. This approach creates robust conceptual scaffolding that allows INFJs to integrate seemingly disparate information into coherent systems of meaning. While pattern recognition helps identify essential data points, meaning making connects these points into a unified worldview. Their colleagues might excel at rapidly accumulating specialized knowledge, but INFJs excel at synthesizing insights across disciplinary boundaries. They often produce innovative solutions to complex problems precisely because they draw meaningful connections between fields others treat as unrelated. Number 5. Holistic problem solving as a cognitive advantage. While other personality types frantically dismantle complex problems into manageable pieces, INFJs instinctively step back and see what everyone else misses: the entire system at work. This represents a fundamentally different cognitive orientation, transforming how INFJs interact with challenges. When confronted with a complex situation, most people immediately begin isolating variables and creating smaller subproblems. Still, the INFJ mind automatically expands outward to capture the complete ecosystem of factors. Like naturalists who see not just individual species, but an interconnected biome where each element influences the others, INFJs perceive the underlying patterns that connect seemingly separate issues. This systems-level viewpoint allows them to recognize that persistent problems are typically symptoms of deeper systemic issues. Consider workplace conflicts. Where others implement communication workshops to address surface tensions, an INFJ naturally investigates how organizational structures, leadership dynamics, historical precedents, and individual motivations collectively contribute to the dysfunction. Their solutions address the underlying system, which generates visible friction. Research in complex systems theory validates this approach. Studies show that interventions targeting single variables often create unintended consequences, while comprehensive approaches produce more sustainable results. This explains why organizations repeatedly encounter the same problems. Quick fixes address symptoms while leaving fundamental system dynamics intact, whereas INFJ target actual root causes, preventing issues from recurring. The INFJ mind operates as a remarkable integrative system rather than a linear processor. This unique cognitive architecture, prioritizing patterns over individual facts and meaning over isolated information, represents an alternative form of intelligence increasingly valuable in our complex world. Your challenge isn't developing these abilities. They're already wired into your neural pathways. Seek environments where your cognitive style thrives rather than competing on misaligned terms. Our world needs your capacity to synthesize information while maintaining a human-centered perspective. These cognitive gifts are essential tools for our collective challenges. How will you apply your natural strengths to contribute uniquely? If you want to continue the journey to understanding yourself or an INFJ in your life, click either of the following videos, where we continue to unlock the secrets of the INFJ personality type.